Hello, investor and trader. Welcome back to another episode. So, I want to talk about Alibaba and Tencent, particularly when it comes to the fundamental, a little bit of that because plenty of YouTubers talk about the fundamental of these two companies based on the DCF model, the discounted cash flow, and we all agree that these two companies are severely undervalued. However, I noticed something. A lot of YouTubers don't talk about the technical in terms of the bigger time frame. So this is where I want to talk about. So let's get started. So Alibaba, everybody agree that this stock intrinsic value is at least 300 or higher. I totally agree with that too. You can check out the YouTuber talk about that. So what I'm going to go through is real quick is fundamentals, okay? So I use Guru Focus, the free version. You don't have to pay for the software. Just type in this link right here, right, .com, and type in BABA. So where's that BABA at? This is YY. So look at BABA real quick and check out the fundamental. Again, I like to use this website because you can clearly see the graph, right? Even the 10-year-old can see this. So when it comes to investing, there are several criteria that have to pass for me to start look further into the company. First one is revenue and net income. Is it increasing over the past 10 years or not? It is increasing, so that checks out. Same thing for debt to cash ratio. Is it increasing the cash? Yes, it is. How about the debt? Is it increasing or is it decreasing? If it is increasing, is it a reasonable debt to cash ratio? From here, it looks like they have more cash than debt, right? So obviously this checked out already. The next thing you know, operating cash flow, free cash flow, and net income. This is very important to me too, because free cash flow is what the company can do. They can buy share buyback, they can issue dividends, they can acquire more businesses if they want. That's why free cash flow is very important to a business. So therefore, these are all increasing for the past 10 years. So the fundamental, it looks very good, right? But look at the chart. Like, what the heck is going on here? It's doing the opposite. Okay, so this is where the technical comes in. Because as an investor, we already know BABA is undervalued. In fact, severely undervalued. But that doesn't mean jump in, right? I mean, there's a super investor begin to buy Alibaba in the 220 and 200, maybe 240 and 200 range. This range right here, the first quarter. I'm talking about Charlie Munger, right? And other super investors. But one thing is that you need to zoom out. Like, okay, yes, this stock is undervalued, but cheap can become cheaper. That's that's the one thing I learned about catching a falling knife. Again, right? You watch my video, that's my bread and butter, catching a falling knife. This is catching a falling knife, isn't it? Is it going? Look at this here. All-time high is around 320. Create a higher low, a higher low, a higher low, and a higher low. It's going down, right? Higher low. Like I'm talking about each high is higher than the previous high. Obviously, this is a big resistance right here. So I don't want to draw that, but you can clearly see it, right? Now the question is, how low can it go? Okay, since the daily is such a mess, right? I mean, look at the daily. Very nice for swing trading and dip buying, but let's not talk about it. We talk about investing here. So we have to zoom out a little bit. Look at the weekly. It busts through all of the moving averages. So what do you have to do? Like as I mentioned in my other video, you have to zoom out to the monthly chart. Again, it really busts through that. Okay, you can't go more out than that, right? Maybe the year? No, you can't. You can't go to the year. Yes, you can. To the yearly. But this, hey, look, it hits this right here. But the yearly is a little bit too far. I like to go to the monthly better to give us a bigger picture. Okay, I want look. Check this out on the 5-year chart. Okay, check out this stochastic. Check out the RSI. It's going down, sloping down still. We want this to slope up, just like how it falls right here, and slowly it curves up because it's oscillate, guys. Over time, this is how the thing behaves: up and down, up and down, up and down. That's all it does. It's a bunch of sine wave and cosine wave, right? Right now, it's sloping down. Does that mean buy right here? You could if you want, but I'm thinking it could go a little bit lower. Remember, cheap stock can become cheaper, right? It still can fall. So let's draw some technical right here, and we have to watch these technical. So the next stop I see is 150. Now I hate to say that, but 150 is the next stop. A lot of investors don't want to hear that because they are down the shithole right now. After that, the next stop I see with 130 right here. Around 130. It's not going to be exact. The next stop. So as an investor, we have to be aware of this. Right here, 100. Around 100. Can I move it lower? Yeah, like right here. So as an investor, you want to buy an increment. You do not want to buy all in at one time at one price. No, 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 that's bad because we don't know how low this thing can go. All right. So the next stop is 150. If by the time 150 it's still sloping down, next stop is 130. If it's still sloping down, which I'm pretty sure it will, because this is a monthly chart here, it's gonna take a like you see right here, right? Let's see. It takes 4 to 5 months for this to curve back up, right? So I think this probably the end of the year, 2022, beginning of next year, you can see the curve, because we can clearly see something like here for 10 cent. TEN. Again, this is the technical for 10 cent. Just look at this from 18 all the way down to 19. That's the whole entire year just falling. See that? This is what I want, the curve right here. You see the curve? This is what I want. So it takes the entire year from $60 estimating all the way down to $30. That's 50% drop. Now let's go here real quick. Sorry, now I'm jumping to 10 cent, but hopefully you guys get the idea. Same thing for 10 cent comes to fundamental. Look at this. This is 10 cent. Look at that. Same chart. Very beautiful. Very nice. The debt is getting high, but it's reasonable. It's not too absurd. But other company, like I don't want to say, I mean, mention a name, but I've seen other company worse financial statement where the debt is like sky high to the eyeballs. I mean, even the cash like down here, but yet people are still buying the company. I don't know why they do that, but hey, everybody invests differently, right? Check this out too. Same thing. Operation cash flow, net income, all increasing. So 10 cent fundamental back in 17, 18 is very strong, right? Look at the share price back then. The entire year is going down. The fundamental is very strong, but the technical is like a shithole, right? Look at this, higher. Every day, every month, they're creating a lower high, lower high, lower high. Until right here, when it comes to technical, you should know this is a reversal signal. Stochastic starts sloping up. So right here, it should be a good time to buy right here. Right now, is it time to buy 10 cent? Absolutely not. Look at this. It's still sloping down. So right now, it hits this 50 monthly EMA, monthly. It could probably go down to here, down to the 40. Look at all these support right here. Look at all these price action, I'm sorry. If it breaks below 50, next is 40. I would like to buy in the 40s. Even better in the 29. I doubt it go that low right here, though. I don't think so. Maybe possible, really realistic expectation. Possible. It could pop fall down to the 40. Down to here. Well, first of all, it has to break this first, right? Well, it's almost there already. The 50 right here. It's almost there already, so maybe around the corner hit 50. But notice something, it's still sloping down. I need to wait for this curve up. I need a confirmation. That's what I'm trying to say. You just be patient and wait. Now, if you're already in the stock, right, and you don't sell out. If you believe in the numbers, don't sell out. Just hold your share, hold your position. Look at right here, it's down 50%. Right now, it's also down 50%. But you can also buy some more on these levels right here. Meanwhile, it's going to take a while for this to bounce, to recover, bounce, because I don't think this thing goes to bankrupt. It's one of the strongest company in China. Same thing for BABA. Don't sell out either. Hold strong, because these super investors like Charlie Munger, he's still holding on to his share. In fact, he doesn't even care because this short-term downtrend. But since, like for me, for my case, right, I'm not holding BABA right now. I want to get in BABA. I want to build a position because I truly believe that this company is severely undervalued. But I'm not going to buy it when it's like this. It's still going down. I'm going to watch this level. For sure, I'll probably hit that the next week or something like that. Well, let's go to the daily real quick. I see this is going to bounce pretty soon. It has been severely oversold, but look at all these resistance right here. Resistance right here. Resistance right here. Before other resistance come into play. You look at the daily right here on the bigger time frame. This stock has all kind of resistance ahead of it. Look at these moving averages. It's all each of these are resistance. So the next one's right here, obviously, right? To fill in this gap right here. If it beats that, the next one is right here, obviously, right? And so on and so on. But the downside is the bigger time frame. This thing is still going down. We need at least several quarters or more to see any type of reversal on the monthly chart that to give me a more confident that, hey, this stock, we can finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, we are not there yet. We are getting there, but not there yet. We need several more months or maybe several more quarters to see this sloping up, because sometimes it can curve down and it can go sideways for a very long period of time. How long? We don't know. Only time can tell. But these are the key level I'm watching. 150, I'm pretty sure it hit that anytime soon. The next one is 130. If it breaks below 130, the next one is 100. If you buy a 100, dude, remember the intrinsic value for this company is above 300. That's 3 extra money, just like 10 cent. See, down 50 from here to here. That's 300%, right? From 30 down up to 100, near 100, or even 30 to 90. That's 3x. So be very patient. Watch this key over here on the monthly chart. Wait for the reversal signal. There's no reversal signal yet. Okay, let me cover one more time. Okay, one more time. You can stop the video from here if you want. If not, watch this technical right here. This is how I catch a falling knife. Okay, so first let me draw a box. Stock is falling, right? Red candle. Let's call it as red, right? Next one, same thing, it's falling. Let's call it as red. Remember, the more consecutive red, the better. We want a lot of red in a row. Just like right here, see? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months in a row. Great, I love it. The more red, the better. Why? The more red, the better. The bounce is just around the corner. It's just a matter of time. Let me make all consistent shape, because last time my shape wasn't consistent. Remember, the stock falls. It does not just fall like that, right? It falls like up and down until it closes, and then you can see how low it will go, and so on and so on. So let me color this red also. We can draw some wicks in to make it look a little bit more pretty, right? Make it look more pretty. So let's draw a wick right here. Boop. There we go. I hope you guys know how to read candlestick formation or know this wick, how to read this. Pretty much the stock opens here, it bounced up, it bounced down, it bounced up, and it closed right there. That's why I created a red candle. Okay, let's draw several more because not yet. Remember, we want the more red, the better. Okay, looks so far looks so good. Let's draw a red, because this candle doesn't really matter. It could be any color it wants. Red, blue, green, purple, black, white, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, let's make it red, sorry. There we go. Now this is what I'm looking for. Well, prefer a pin bar. The bigger the wick, the better. This is the wick right here. Wick, wick, okay? So let me draw a little bit more into it, just to make it look pretty. Hey, these are pretty nice candlesticks. We can draw a big wick right here too if we want. It doesn't matter. You can do anything there. There we go. Looks pretty nice, right? Okay. Maybe you do this big green ring. Oops, oops. Oh, let's go too fast, too fast. There we go. Okay. Next one. This could be all time frame. It could be the wiki time frame, the daily time frame, the monthly time frame, any kind of time frame works, because what matters is candlestick formation. Next candle. Okay, so this is one of the pattern I look for. A bunch of red falling, 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 slows down. Notice here, this candle is smaller than this candle, right? Just like right here. See? Red, lower high, drop. Earning comes, gap down, big red candle. Smaller red, smaller red, smaller red, a little green doji. You see that? Followed by a green candle. What does that tell you? Boom, reversal. Okay, so next candle. We want a higher high. That's the whole idea. We want a higher high, right? Oops. Yeah, a little too close. That looks good. Let me draw some wicks to make it look pretty. Now, in the real world, it's not gonna be this pretty. This is like a little too pretty, right? So we also have a moving average right here. Let me see if I can draw it. And let's make it blue. Kind of like that. This right here, normally the 20 or normally the 20 if I have it here. This right here. Sorry, the 6 EMA right here, the shorter time frame. But this is what I'm looking for, like that. But it could easily do this. Looks good, right? Like that, and then next thing you know, it went back down. Because remember, stocks sometimes it trick you. This is known as the bull trap. Can I draw smaller? It's kind of big. Sometimes it'll bounce. So we have to be aware of that. Right here, you know how to start up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's say it's closed right here. And it does this right here. And then it does this right here, right? Don't you hate when that happens? Because it could. It's known as the bear trap, bull trap, not bear trap. Now this is what we need to avoid if this happens. If it does, catch a loss, get out, re-enter at a lower price, because it can happen. You can have a stop loss right there or a stop loss right here. Either one, either or, slightly below. Now it could happen. The case scenario. Oops. Let me draw it back. Okay. So let me copy this. Oops. Let me copy this right here. How do I select? Can I select area? I want to copy this right here. Okay. So let me erase this. Let me draw in this. Okay. All right. This candle is known as a reversal signal. This candle right here is known as confirmation. This candle over here I'm referring to. So where do you buy? Well, we want a higher high, right? So we want to buy higher than that right there. Of course, this is going to be some wicks, right? And maybe no wick to the top. Maybe just like that. This is where you had your buy order. Like that. Just in case this fell and go back down like it did right here, you see? We want to buy a higher high. But if it does fail like this right here, you need to have a stop loss right here. If you want to give it more time, definitely right here. Once they break below that, you need to get out. You need to cut your loss because it did that so many times right here for Alibaba. As an investor, let's say you begin to buy it way up here. Let's go to the weekly chart, make it easier to see because this little tiny candles, there's so many of them. Like right here, right? Fall, bounce a little bit around the 150 EMA right here. This is the weekly, by the way. See a massive green candle? Let's say you decide to buy it right here, but notice right here, this red candle, it broke. And it tried again and again, it broke. Cut your loss right here. Re-enter at a lower price to average the cost down if you have to. Or you don't need this stock like for 10, 20 years later, like Charlie Munger is doing. Hold on to it. Don't even care all this short-term noise because eventually the intrinsic value will take its place and this stock will go back up. Now that if everything goes smoothly, because one thing of these Chinese stock is when you buy Alibaba shares, you do not really own Baba shares. It's called a shell company. I hope you guys are aware of that. But and then you have to deal with the Chinese regulation too, the Chinese government, the CPP. But over the long term, I think this stock is fine. Just don't go all in. Buy an increment, right? I think this video is getting a little bit too long. But yeah, that's just my insight. So watch these levels, 150, 130, and 100. It will take months for these two to happen. But hey, I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying it could happen. Like now, this is like a summarize. Just look at the monthly, right? It's still going down, still sloping down. So have a lot of patience with Alibaba. All right, see you guys in the next video. Bye.